Hello everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today I'm going to be showing you what I like to call protein banana cream pie overnight oats. We love these, they're really easy to make and they make a great WW breakfast prep, so I thought I would show you how I make these. But first off, let me jump into ingredients and I'll show you what you're going to need to make these. First off, you're going to need 2 ripe medium bananas. And then you're gonna need a 1/4 cup chia seeds. Back here I've got some old-fashioned or rolled oats. You're gonna need 2 cups of those. You're gonna need 2 cups of a fat-free Greek yogurt. This is my favorite, the Fage. And then you're also gonna need 2 cups of milk. I'm using this Almond Breeze unsweetened vanilla, but you could use whatever type of milk, skim, another type of nut milk, whatever your preference is, but you're gonna need 2 cups. Next up, I'm gonna be using some of this Isopure Zero Carb Protein Powder. I'm going to be using 2 scoops of this, and this is the nutritional info on mine. It's 100 calories, 25 grams of protein, 0 fat, and 0 carbs. So I'm going to be using 2 scoops, like I said, which is going to be 62 grams. And you can use whatever type of protein powder you wish or you like. That is just our personal preference. Next up, you're going to need a box of Jell-O Zero Sugar Banana Cream Pudding Mix. This is a 0.9 ounce box, so you're going to need one of those. You're gonna need a 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and then for sweetener in this, I'm gonna be using this Lakanto monk fruit sweetened maple flavored syrup. I'm gonna be using a 1/2 cup of that, and that's gonna be divided between the topping and the overnight oats themselves. And that is everything that is in this, so let me get it started. First thing I'm gonna do in a large bowl here is I'm gonna add in my banana, and you do want to be using ripe bananas. They don't have to be super ripe, but you want them to be fairly ripe. So I'm gonna add that in, and then I'm gonna mash that up. Now that I've got my bananas mashed up, I'm gonna add in my 2 cups almond milk, 1/4 cup Lakanto maple syrup, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and my pudding mix. And then I'm gonna mix all of this together to kind of get that pudding a head start, or make sure I should say that it gets dissolved in there before I add in the rest of my ingredients. So I'm gonna just whisk this real well and get that pudding dissolved in there the best that I can. I've got this pretty well whisked together. There's still little bits of the pudding mix in there, but that's totally fine. So now I'm gonna add in my dry ingredients, starting with my 2 cups oats, 1/4 cup chia, 2 scoops protein powder, and my 1/2 teaspoon salt. And I'm gonna just mix all of that until it's well combined. Got that nice and mixed together. So now I'm gonna take a 9x9 casserole dish here, and I'm gonna pour this in. Now you could do this in single serving jars if you want. I just find it a whole lot easier to do it in a casserole dish. I'm gonna just kind of smooth this out in here a little bit. And now I'm gonna cover this with some plastic wrap. I'm gonna put this in my fridge for a couple hours just to give this a chance to absorb some of that liquid and start to set up a little bit before I put the Greek yogurt topping on it. So when I make this, I typically start it in the afternoon, which is what it is right now. And then a couple hours later, I put the topping on, and then it goes in the fridge overnight. But I will be back once this is set up a little bit to show you the next step. It's been a couple hours and my overnight oats are ready for the next step. So I've got a bowl here, medium, and I'm gonna add in my 2 cups of Greek yogurt and a 1/4 cup of that Lakanto maple syrup. And I'm gonna just mix or whisk that all together until it's well combined. And here's how that is looking. So now I'm gonna grab my overnight oats, and I'm gonna just spread my yogurt mixture on the top. Got that all smoothed on there. Now I'm gonna cover this back up with plastic wrap, put it back in my fridge overnight, And then it'll be almost ready to go. I just got to add the banana to it. You could add the banana to it now, but I like to add the banana on top right as I'm getting ready to serve and eat it. So I'll be back in the morning to finish this off and then show you what this looks like and give you points and all that good stuff. It is the next morning. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my banana, I'm going to slice this up on top. All right, and that is all there is to this one. So I will get a serving out and show you what that looks like and give you points. All right, I've got a serving of this cut out. That's what it looks like inside. Now this, I've got factored in at 6 servings, and that's just probably right around a cup, maybe a little more. And that is 4 points. Now, as I said before, if you want to do this in individual jars, you can. And then it's a little easier to figure the serving sizes. Also, speaking of that, if you want a thicker overnight oat than what I've got here, and I'll show you the consistency of it beyond just the pan here in a second. But if you want a little thicker overnight oat, I would suggest using less milk, probably half cup, maybe even a little bit more to get a little thicker consistency. And that would make this easier to cut out. I like mine like this, so that is why I make mine a little bit more on the, I don't know, I guess it's porridge or pudding thickness is what I would call this. But this stuff is so good. It tastes like banana cream pie in an overnight oat form. So I really love it, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I'll have my husband tell you what he thinks it tastes like. He's had this before. We've both had this before, but I'll have him do a little taste review for you anyway. Okay, got my husband. Show them, if you would, the consistency of that. Because again, it's probably a little thinner than maybe some people would like, but I think it's nice. It's not bad. Now to me, it really does kind of taste like banana cream pie in oat form, don't you think?
Yeah. So, I'm getting like the oats up front. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting how food will be different. And then you get the banana, flavoring.
Yeah.
And then of course, depending on how much, and that's what, yogurt?
Yeah, it's yogurt and Lakanto maple syrup on top.
Yeah. There's that tang with the yogurt. That's what I get on the back end. But now that you say that, that's that maple flavor.
Mm-hmm. I think pairs really well with this, the banana.
Yeah, and I get that. I'm getting that with the oats. So it's kind of like oats and maple, then banana, and then the sweet and tangy with the topping.
But good. Now, we're not huge overnight oats people. We are more kind of a baked oatmeal. But this, I like to do this kind of thing for a little bit of a change. I think it's good. Mm-hmm. It just I don't know why it reminds me of pudding, but it does a little bit. Even with the oatmeal in there.
Yeah.
The consistency maybe.
Yeah.
And then it has pudding mix in it. And if you can't find the banana pudding mix, you could definitely use vanilla too. That works as well in this. Because sometimes I have a hard time finding the banana. So I just want to throw that one out there. Anyway, you like these, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I think they're pretty good. But yeah, really easy too. And a great source of protein. I think a serving of that, if I'm remembering correctly, is 21 grams of protein.
Yeah, I mean, that's just really satisfying. It hits a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you get the hearty oatmeal aspect of it, but then it's also like eating a dessert.
Sweet,
but
yeah.
It's not too sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was protein banana cream pie overnight oats. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, as always, for watching, and be sure to check down the description box for the complete list of ingredients, instructions, WW builder link, calories, macros, other nutritional info, and anything else. That's all going to be down in the description box. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.